Okay, so if you don't know me, my name is Tapa Jyoti. I have been in the performance marketing industry for 18 years now, and uh, there are things which I see about Meta which never gets talked about. Okay, YouTube finds me all videos about digital marketing, performance marketing, and I have not seen a single YouTube video which talks about this, and it's super, super important. Okay. And I'll show you today what that is, and it's performance marketing. So it's such a broad thing, yet there are some things which can change your entire strategy. Okay, so coming to Meta Leadgen. So this is true for any business who are generating leads for their services, and uh, especially if they're using Meta native leads. And now I see so many YouTube videos, not YouTube videos, Reddit posts, uh, all the subreddits of digital marketing, where I see people crying about lead quality of Meta lead gen. Okay. And uh, by the way, I am also the founder of Capability Digital Marketing Solutions. You can check out my website, capability-digital.com. And the capability starts with a K, not with a C. Okay. So coming to the topic, okay, this is something which I uh, answered on multiple subreddit comments, and uh, I mean, there are people who were about to lose their jobs. Okay, there are people who were about to lose their clients, and uh, this advice or suggestion literally saved their career. So I thought today that it's important to share. Okay, and I'll tell you what. This is an example of a lead gen. Now, this is a professional IT certifications company which I work for, and for some confidential purposes, I would not be showing some of the data. Uh, but here is something very important. When you design the lead gen form, remember it's your creative and then the form. So there is nothing to filter the lead quality. The only thing which you have to filter the lead quality is a lead form. Now, I have talked in detail in my performance marketing bundle, the 5-in-1 performance marketing bundle. If you want, you can search Google with Capability Digital Performance Marketing Bundle, and it should show up right on the top. It's for 399 rupees, so pretty much affordable for everyone who wants to learn performance marketing. Now, what I wanted to show you was a lead form. Is Okay. So okay, so first thing, in the lead form, when you design a lead form, and just don't say that, oh, lead forms give us poor quality leads, which is why we won't do it. Okay. Just hold on to that thought because I'm just going to disprove that already. Okay. I have data. I have very solid data today. And needless to say, I have all the leads which have converted from, you see this lead source, GS social media, that is nothing but Meta Leadgen. And I will even show you the leads which converted. So, okay, so going back to this lead form, okay. So you see, so when you design a lead form, okay, first I'm going to talk about how to structure the lead form, and then I'm going to talk about the super important settings which no one talks about. Okay. So you see now, when you set a greeting, always use list, not a paragraph. Nobody wants to read a list. I mean, sorry, nobody wants to read a paragraph. It's boring. So yeah, so you have all these Microsoft courses that we are. Okay. Now questions. You see how many questions are there? So we are filtering candidates who are probably eligible for IT certifications. Uh, we have some eligibility criteria, but here is the thing. Use We haven't used conditional logic here, but you can use conditional logic. You can almost print an entire flow chart, get the flow chart from your sales team. Okay, print the entire flowchart into a native lead form and watch the magic happen. But here's the thing, you see the questions we are asking. Choose your preferred course, that's fine. So this is like asking someone to choose one product from multiple products. Okay, it works for any industry. Now you see what we are asking here: who will be sponsoring this course? Myself, my company. Why? This is an intent based question. They have to answer something. Okay. How to use this data? This is also something that I will show. Years of work experience. Again, this is again a pre-qualifying question. You know what lead quality you are getting. Okay. Of course, lead form is not only about getting phone numbers, email addresses, names, cities, etc. You have to ask questions. That is what the lead form is made for. Okay. And then you see another based question. When do you want to get started? Okay. Now, all these are open fields. Yes, it's true. But I will show you how to optimize this lead quality on the Meta dashboard without even involving your CRM. Okay. Now, yeah, of course, I want to close this page. Now, I'm sorry the system is a little bit slow, but thank you for your patience. Okay. Now, here is something that I want to show you. Lead center. Yes, lead center. Go here. Once you generate some leads, go here. Now you see, if you are not in the pipeline view, please go into pipeline view, not table view, because table view is very. This is not what we want. Basically, go to pipeline view. So this is basically all the leads from all the native lead forms which you will be getting, and they will all come into intake. Okay, they will come into intake by default. Okay, your qualified and converted lead column will be empty. Okay, now here's the thing no one talks about. I have never seen a YouTube video which gives you this super solid tip. Okay, Go to intake, look at each leads. This is a point of asking the questions. You see here, choose your preferred course. Okay, the person will choose a course. Who's sponsoring this course? Myself. Years of IT experience, one. Now, if this matches, so let's say you are asking someone to choose a product, and then you're asking, do you have this budget? Okay, and the person says none, or no, or free, or complimentary, or test, or whatever, you know that person is not qualified to buy your product. Okay, and then let's say the question that we ask, when do we get started? Generalize this for any industry that you work for. Like, when do you want to buy this, or when do you want to see the demo? And that person says soon, none, or not interested. That's pretty much obvious. Okay, but here you see this person said after 1 week. That's specific, which means this person has some intent of doing it. Okay, now I'll show you what I do when I run native lead forms. Whenever I see any lead which is good, like this one is not, it's okay, so don't give the wrong signals. Now remember, Meta is always looking for signals from the advertiser that this is what you want. Once you are able to tell Meta this is what you want, the Meta algorithm is so advanced, it will start giving you leads of what you want, more like what you want. Because Meta knows that if they give you what you want, you will spend more money. And that's exactly what Meta wants you to do. Now, you see this one, okay? So your years of IT experience, zero, but for this Microsoft course, there is no mandatory thing. But here's the thing. Go to qualified. You see this PMP certification, 6+ years of work experience. Okay. This person wants to get started this month. So, just for the record, project management or PMP certification, the minimum work experience need is 5. This person has 6+, so that's a positive. This person is eligible for this certification. And then this guy says, I want to start this month. There is solid intent. So, what you do by default, the lead is in intake. Just click on these 3 dots, move to qualified. That's what is Meta looking for. That's what Meta is looking for. Movement in the funnels. And when you signal to Meta that this has moved down the funnel, Meta will start giving you more qualified leads. And by the way, if you talk to your team maybe about sending qualified leads, they will just straight away ask, talk about connecting CRM via Zapier to Meta and then signaling. Okay, that is fine. That you have to do it at some point, but this is even before you have to do. You can do it, and you can do it without Zapier. Okay, there is nothing Zapier here. Okay, so you either click on these 3 dots, move into qualified, or move into converted. Okay, or just drag it and move this to this funnel. This movement is important. Okay, now you see this converted. So this is what we found from the CRM today, and I've got the reports of last quarter just today, and this is when we converted this leads. um, so basically, I am telling Meta, give me more leads like this by default. You don't have to connect Zapier to tell Meta. Okay. So now let's say if you find a lead which is not okay. So this lead, Ravi Kant, is PMP certificate 6+. So, okay. So this is actually a good lead. So I move it to qualified. Now you see this again, Microsoft 5 years of solid. This is a good lead. So move into qualified. Okay. So this is all it needs to Meta needs from you to give you more leads like this. Okay. So you see, intake, I have 360, qualified, I have 242. And this is not something I'm doing now. We have been doing this since like more than a year, but for last quarter, we have been testing this, and this has significantly improved lead quality. Okay. Now you see, if you find a lead which is like total crap, like let's see, I have already disqualified the leads, but let's say you have a lead like something like this, which the guy says, you see the phone number is like 9999999 or 0000 or 11111. That's a junk number. And you see here, somebody says like none or no, or which is clearly a signal that this is not a qualified lead, or this cannot ever be a qualified lead. You have to tell Meta, I do not want leads like this. And how do you do that? Click on this, click on not qualified. Okay. I can't disqualify any leads currently, but let's say I go to a very old lead, and let's say, yeah. So you see this lead, Microsoft. So this guy has no IT experience. When do you want to get started now? So this is not actually a disqualified lead, but just for the sake of this live stream, just to this, not qualified, it disappears from the intake, and it actually disappears from the count too, because the Meta has changed the layout of the reporting. So now you see only intake plus qualified plus converted. It doesn't show the total count. So you see, this is how you signal Meta how what kind of leads you want and what kind of leads you do not want. That is far more important. Telling them what kind of leads you do not want. Okay. And Meta is actually looking for this movement from intake to qualified. The more leads you move from intent to qualified, your next batch of leads from the next 48 hours will start resembling more qualified leads. That's how you improve lead quality. Okay. Now, what's the data which I wanted to show you is, you see, this is f- of course, for confidentiality purposes, I cannot show you the name of the leads and all those things, but here is what I will calculate. I'll calculate uh, CAC in front of you. Okay. So this is the sales report of last quarter, OND quarter, October, November, December 2025 quarter. And I- I'm I'm showing the booking date, the lead received date, as well as a closing date. And if you see, the stage is all closed one. And you see this lead source is GS social media, social media. Social media is all but Facebook. And then we have one more channel called LinkedIn. And then we have Google running at a very slow pace. But the point is, you see social media, how much revenue. So this is actually the amount of revenue we got from this customer. So just filter out social media. It's 2000 dirhams, by the way. This is AED. We calculate in dirhams. So 2000, 8514, 4759, and 2000. So that's how much in total? Uh, okay, where's my calculator? Okay. So 2000 dirhams plus 8514 plus 4759 plus 2000. Okay, that's 17,273 dirhams. Okay, United Arab dirhams. Okay, now let's go to cost. I'll just open one more window because need the lead center as well. Okay. Okay. So going to the campaign report and checking last quarter. So October to December 31st. Okay. How much have you spent? This is total Facebook. Okay. Amount spent. This is Indian rupees, by the way. So 2 lakh, whatever, right? INR to AED. 9,621 dirhams. That's what we spent on Facebook in total, October, November, December quarter. In total, 9,621 dirhams. Okay. And what was the revenue? 17,273 dirhams. Okay. So the numbers are in front of you. Okay. That's a 1.7x ROAS. But again, ROAS is a vanity metric. So I don't believe in ROAS. What I am looking for is the CAC. So 9,621 dirhams by how many customers we have. And I'm just doing all this calculation right in front of you, impromptu, is we have one, two, three, four customers from Facebook. So our CAC is 2,405 dirhams. Okay. So if I again convert it into Indian rupees, yeah, 2,514. So that's each customer is costing me 61,500 rupees. Okay. So that's my CAC. That's my CAC. Sorry, 2,405. 2,405. So that's 58,834 Indian rupees. That's my CAC. That's my customer acquisition cost only from Facebook. And how did we generate leads? All through Meta Leadgen. Entire quarter was only Meta Leadgen. We never ran anything else other than this. Okay. And this is our secret. This is what we did to improve lead quality. No fancy Zapier, no fancy CRM connection. Yes, we do have Zapier, we do have CRM connection, but that isn't even feeding any data. Okay. This is all that is. Okay. So again, if you want to compare industry standards, ask anyone working in edtech if they have a 61,500 Indian rupees CAC from the Gulf. Okay, well, we all these campaigns were in Gulf. Okay, they all ran in Gulf. So that's why you see the customer location. That's why I kept the customer location open. They are Oman, UAE, Saudi, and entire Gulf. So our CAC is 61,000. This is our CAC, and I'm writing this for context. It's INR 60, no, sorry, 58,834 rupees. That's our CAC. 58,834 rupees. That's our CAC. Ask anyone in EdTech if they have this CAC from the Gulf. And for these certifications, okay, these are IT certifications. So we have like PMP, Microsoft, uh, cyber security, okay, IT security, everything. So we have CISSP, CISA, ITIL, all these programs running. Okay. So, but you see, so here, this is the point. When this is a very small thing which never gets talked about in YouTube. I have never seen any YouTube video which talks about this movement from intake to qualified. And I'm just want to recap this thing. The 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 leads which you move from intake to qualified signals the meta algorithm to give you more qualified leads. Okay. So leads that have a strong interest in your products and probably a good fit for your business. And then if you get some sales, move them into converted. So if you let's say you are generating thousands of leads every day, thousands, okay? Few service businesses do that. But even if you are generating thousands of leads per day, this exercise of just auditing these leads, this is called lead audit, in the same way that you do search term audit in Google Ads, which is again a very favorite uh, activity which I do, but that's for another video. When you do lead audit, even for thousands of leads, you are just looking at leads and moving them down the funnel. So how much time that will take? Even if there are thousands of leads, this is like a 30 minutes per day exercise. You do it once every day, 30 minutes per day. That's all that is needed to do the right thing, to send signals back to Meta that this is what we want and this is what we do not want. Remember, not qualified. If you find a lead which is like complete trash, put it as not qualified, mark it as not qualified. It's You are not going to receive leads like those in starting from the next 48 hours. Keep doing it on a repeat basis. Apply this to your native lead gen campaigns, Meta native lead gen campaigns. If your business owner or your manager do not want to run, tell him or tell her or tell them that you can improve lead quality through Meta Leadgen, because now you know how to do that. Okay. If this video helped you in any ways, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and probably try and share it with your other performance marketers or friends, relatives, whoever might be interested in doing this. And as far as I understand, Meta Native Lead Gen is very, very useful for small businesses and people who do not want to risk large budgets to test the market. Okay. So, yeah, thank you for being here and catch you later.